Today I was at a recycling place and I got this very cheap, sharp stereo system, which was made in 1992. It seems to work. I haven't tested it, but I do know that the CD player doesn't work, which is really usual on those stereo systems. The CD player is the first thing that stops working. And well, now some people would simply take this stereo and smash it, but I'm doing something different. We'll take a look inside. We'll take this apart to get some nice parts that we can eventually use in other stereo systems, or we can use these parts to build something new. So let's take a look on here. It's a cheap plastic housing. Right here it has a big heatsink, which I definitively want to have, because those heatsinks are really, really expensive if you want to buy them. Now we are going to take this apart. Here are some screws which are already removed, and now we can take a look inside. X-Base. Some stupid system. So let's take this apart. Down there you can... Not really, you can see already the heatsink and a very big amplifier circuit. That could be interesting. But to reach this, we first have to remove the circuit board. I guess this is part of the CD player. Of course we can remove the circuit board the professional way, with getting all these very nice little plugs out of there, but I think we're going to use this method. Here we have a screw, which we are going to take out. I already took some screws out of this circuit board, so it's already really loose. So here we have the first thing. I think I'm going to keep this circuit board as well, because it has a lot of nice capacitors on there. Now we have the mechanism of the CD player. I don't know how to take this out. Well, I think I already saw some screws down here. And of course, the screwdriver is too big for that. So I'm using this one. It's much smaller. And more complicated to use. Anyway. Now I have this CD player part loose. It doesn't want to come out, so we have to force it a little bit. And there we have it. That's interesting. The potentiometer for the volume has a motor mounted on there. That could be really interesting. Really good idea to take this apart. Here we have some more screws. So, take this out. And now we can take a look into the very cheap cassette deck. It has only one motor. It's a dual cassette deck. It has only one motor. Really cheap. There we have the very big transformer. It's really surprisingly big. Really nice. We have one of those AC to DC converters. This one, and there is another one with a heatsink on there. There we have the big heatsink and the amplifier circuit. It's the STK4205MK2. This system also has a phono input jack on the back for an external record player. Well, I wanted to take off the back side, but the side can be removed more easier, so we're doing that on the other side too. And now we can take a look onto the circuit board of Well, I guess this is the tuner and the cassette deck, and maybe also the preamplifier, because for a tuner this is a little bit too big. No, this is not a CD player anymore. You can probably use this as a CD storage now. But now, ta-da! And there we have the big and really expensive heatsink. There you can see some nice big capacitors, which can be useful if you want to build your own amplifier. Each one has 5,600 microfarads. I think to take the front off, it's more easier to simply do this than to remove all the screws. The switches of the cassette section let's break the circuit board into little pieces. Still, we are not able to remove this circuit board because of the stupid volume control circuit board, so we are going to rip this apart a little bit more. I mean, I don't want to keep the whole circuit board, I only want to keep the potentiometer with the motor on it. Maybe it works now, and well, it does. So, here we have a circuit board with the equalizer part, and that is nice, some yellow LEDs. These are hard to find, so, well, really nice.